What's going on, everybody, and welcome to my top 5 favorite motorcycle accessories under $100. I have been scouring Revzilla to find some awesome stuff to show you guys, and I think I've got a really awesome list. We're gonna start off with a tail bag. So guys, no surprise, my back sucks, but I really like taking a book bag or some type of storage device with me when I go ride. So when I was making this list, I specifically looked for a tank or a tail bag. Now personally, I don't really like tank bags because when you have a metal tank, I always worry about them messing up the paint, even though they're rubberized with magnets and stuff like that. I just don't like the idea. And I always feel like tank bags, unless they're the really low profile ones, they always get in the way and I feel like I've got stuff on my chest. I just really don't like the look of that and the feel of it, so I made sure to find some sort of tail bag to solve my problems. Here is the OGIO Tail Bag. So the OGIO Tail Bag comes in at $89.99 and stays out of the way while I ride and lets me cram as much stuff in it as I want. It can expand vertically in case you put too much stuff in it, and it doesn't matter because it just sits on the back of your bike and doesn't get in the way like a tank bag would. This thing can even open up large enough to fit a full-size motorcycle helmet. Now, I wouldn't recommend you going to the grocery store and putting your helmet in a tail bag because people are cray, but you could if you wanted to. It also has a universal mounting system with these straps that just loop into each other, and you can secure it to pretty much any bike. As you can see behind me, I've got it attached to my Daytona 675R with that tiny little micro rear seat, and I've even got some really cool ideas to drill the straps into the rear seat, all that in another video. But the point is, it fits on every bike, it can cram a ton of stuff in it, and it even has a freaking rain hood in case you get caught out in the rain and you have stuff with you that you don't want to get wet. I'm personally going to use this thing to put all my cameras in, so when I go ride, I can carry all my cameras without having that weight on my back. I am super excited, and for under $100, it's really hard to beat this thing. And next up on the list, since I just crapped on carrying a backpack and having a bad back, we're going to talk about the Firstgear Torrent backpack. Now, before you ask questions about you just crapped on having backpacks and it hurting your back and that's why you put a tail bag. Regardless of that, regardless of how my back feels, I always like having a backpack with me because I feel secure that I can hold things instead of having to cram them into the rear of a motorcycle, which if you're on a sport bike, you don't have a lot of room. This bag was something I was looking for what seems like forever. A lot of the time when I go out riding, I inevitably take something with me. Most of the time it's a camera, but my issue was it seemed like every bag had some sort of layout inside, some sort of predefined way to use it. What I love about this bag is that on the inside, there's nothing. No dividers, no pockets, no separators, just a big open slot for me to fill out how I see fit. Oh, and it's waterproof. All you have to do is roll the top at least 3 times and click the straps, and whatever is on the inside is going to stay dry regardless of the conditions you're riding in. I think this is perfect for a ton of purposes like riding to class and taking your books, riding to work and keeping dry clothes in, or just going to pick something up that you can just shove in there without having to worry if it'll fit in a certain compartment. Simplicity is on point with this backpack. So guys, the next items on the list, and yes, I said items, I'm looking at it as a kit where the 2 items work together, and don't worry, both of them combined are still under $100. That's how I'm getting away with putting them both on this list as one item. So what they are is the Stockton Roadside Toolkit along with the Bike Master Tire Repair Kit. So these guys come in at respectively $39 for the toolkit, like the Roadside Toolkit, and $42 for the tire repair kit. So we're still easily under the $100 price tag. As far as the roll-up toolkit goes, it's coming in at $39.99 by itself and comes with the majority of the tools you'll need to get yourself out of a bad situation or make tweaks when you're away from your garage. It also rolls up to a super small form factor, so stashing it in your bags is no issue at all. Now, is this toolkit going to be something where you can buy it and you won't ever have to buy tools again? Absolutely not. Hell no, it's under $100. Actually, it's under $50. This is going to be a middle quality level tool where it'll get you started if you have no tools. Like, it's better to have this than none, but you are going to have to buy tools here and there and upgrade the kit. But if you're in a situation where you just got a bike and you have 0 tools, this is a fantastic place to start. Just know that you are going to have to upgrade your tools at some point in time. You're not getting the top quality. It's freaking $40. Second situation is if you're taking a long-term trip on your bike and you want to have some tools with you just in case something happens. You don't want to be in the middle of a motorcycle trip and having to call some tow service to take your bike to a garage so that you can adjust your chain or something like that. It also doesn't take up a lot of space, so it's not going to hinder you in the space department when you're packing for the trip. So for the tire kit, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's $42.26 as of recording this video and has what you need to patch your tire up so you can get your bike to a proper garage. Trust me, one night I was riding on the highway late at night and my rear tire blew and I had to emergency pull off the highway. I then had to walk my bike 3 miles. Thank God there was like an Advanced Auto Parts down the road, but I had to walk my bike 3 miles to an Advanced Auto Parts, get a tire repair kit just so I could limp my bike home. If I'd have had this tire repair kit with me, wouldn't have had to do that at all. Granted, the calorie burn was probably really necessary. The tire kit also has a great carry case that it comes with, and all the items fit inside and it doesn't take up too much room. In fact, the roll-up tools and the tire kit all easily fit inside the OGIO Tail Bag we have on the Triumph, as well as plenty of space for clothes or whatever else I wanted to shove in there for a long-term trip. Alright guys, so next up on the list is something that every single motorcyclist needs to have, and that is a battery tender plus charger. This is the HE model, which stands for high efficiency, and you have got to have one of these things. It's only 62 bucks, and you are going to thank yourself later. Battery chargers are necessary for motorcyclists because it keeps your batteries in tip-top shape on your bike. You don't ever want to come out to your bike and you're not able to crank the thing up because your battery's dead. Trust me guys, it is very frustrating when you store your bike for a long period of time and you finally get back to your bike and go ride and your battery's dead. So now you have to go through the whole battery replacing process. One awesome thing about this Battery Charger Plus is that it automatically changes from full charge to floating charge so that way it doesn't damage your battery like some trickle chargers can actually do to it. Also, when you get this battery tender, it comes with clamps for charging batteries that don't have the quick connector, but it also comes with the quick connector. Since the price was only $62, I decided to throw in the $10 USB charger that just connects to the quick connector that the battery tender comes with. That way, not only can your bike easily be plugged into this charger, but also you can plug the USB charger in to charge things like your phone or say a GoPro in my situation. Alright, so guys, the final item on the list is something that I've heard from every single one of you about and I've gotten tons of questions about, and that is the phone holder that I have on the Daytona 675R. What it is a ram mount X grip, and it comes in at around the $55 mark for the stem option. The stem option is for most sport bikes. It fits into the stem, and that's where the little base plate goes that the ram mount clicks onto. Now this little guy, what it's going to do is hold your phone so you can see it while riding. I do not recommend that you text while riding or do anything like that. There's a couple things that you can use it for. Texting, definitely not one of those things. Here's how I use my X grip. So my main case when I use my X grip is for seeing who's calling me when I'm riding. A lot of the times I have a Senna on me and I can answer phone calls, but if my phone's in my pocket, I don't necessarily want to answer a phone call that I don't know who it's from. So having my phone in front of me lets me glance down, see who's calling. If I want to answer, I can click my little button and start talking to that person. Secondly is listening to music and GPS. A lot of the times I'm going somewhere where I don't know how to get there, so I put the GPS on my phone like I'm sure a lot of you guys do. But when the GPS comes over your Bluetooth in your helmet, a lot of the times it's too late to make a turn or something like that. So being able to see what's about to happen on the road or where you're about to turn is super helpful when navigating. It's also really nice for music if you're at a red light and you want to skip a track and you don't know how to use the quick menu on your Bluetooth device. It's also really helpful for that. I cannot recommend enough, please do not text and ride or fiddle with your phone while you're riding. If you're riding, you need to be focused on the road in front of you. That being said, having a phone holder on my motorcycle is absolutely essential to me, and trust me, once you get one and you get used to it, riding without your phone there is a little hard because you feel like you can't really control anything. It also makes it super easy to charge your phone. For some reason, when I put my phone in a tank bag on top of my bike, or in my pocket, the phone gets super freaking hot while it's charging if it's like dead or something like that. But having the phone on the X grip lets plenty of air get around and it doesn't get the phone so hot. Trust me, I've had the phone shut off and getting my pocket and be so hot I had to just pull over and take the phone out of my pocket. Wasn't a fun time. Highly recommend a phone mount on your bike. And yeah, guys, that's it for my top 5 favorite motorcycle accessories under $100. If you want to check out more info on any of the items or get one for yourself, I've left links for all of them in the description down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and let me know in the comments if you like this video, what price range you want me to see next. How much money you got in your pocket that's burning a hole in it. I will do my absolute best to do an accessory video at whatever price number that you guys say the most. And I'll also be in the comments answering a couple questions right after this video comes out if you guys have any questions about any of the items that I talked about. I appreciate you guys watching this video. I'm Chaseontwowheels, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.